All right, and we're back.
Hello.
All that happened between the crash and here was Zelda came out. She used the seal on Ganon since he was in this weakened state.
Mhm.
Now she can actually seal him properly. And now the red moon should go away.
I've been keeping watch over you all this time. I've witnessed your struggles to return to us, as well as your trials in battle. I always thought, no, I always believed that you would find a way to defeat Ganon. I never lost faith in you over these many years. Thank you, Link. The hero of Hyrule. May I ask, do you really remember me?
And that's how it ends.
Not 100% yet.
Breath of the Wild.
There should be one little piece afterwards. I think because you have all the divine beasts or all of the memories. After the credits.
Hidemaru Fujibayashi. Ooh, I almost butchered that one, but I got it.
Well, I mean, you're still probably butchering it a little bit.
That's okay. I'm trying. They appreciate that. Akihito Todo. Or no, Toda. Takuhiro Dota. Mm-hmm.
So why don't you tell your thoughts on the game instead of butchering names?
Yeah, that's probably more useful of our time. I really liked it. I absolutely was blown away just by the aesthetics of the game. Absolutely. Like, when I was growing up, like in all the Legends of Zelda games that I've seen, Ocarina was revolutionary in that it brought to life a 3D Zelda, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you saw like different versions. Like Wind Waker was revolutionary in the fact that it was a totally different take on Link, more of a cartoony appeal. And then you see like Twilight Princess, very hard and heavy, and I think it was actually rated teen. Twilight Princess was.
It was a much darker game, so yeah,
Definitely.
Probably.
And then seeing Skyward Sword, that was sort of a way different feel from Twilight Princess, and out of Breath of the Wild. Like, it's very interesting, and I think this is probably revolutionary, not only in the fact of how gorgeous the
Reconnecting. All right, now it's back to being live.
Okay, so kind of as I was saying, um, Breath of the Wild is, to me, revolutionary in the way that not only is it just a gorgeous game, absolutely gorgeous, like through the roof points for aesthetics, but it's revolutionary in that you can cook, that's new. You can own a house, that's new. You can, the world is completely open to you. You are not blocked off from certain areas of Hyrule. And that is something that the creators of Legend of Zelda had always dreamed of doing. Now, could they have made it a little bit even more open? Sure.
I mean,
They'd have to expand the world a little bit more, though.
but I was gonna ask, like, what more could they do to open it? It's literally,
right.
Hey, they sold it on the point of if you see something at any point in the game, except for the beginning tutorial, if you see something, you can go straight to that.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it can't get any more open than that.
That's true. That's true. No, but I really like those aspects of this game, and the only thing I think that I didn't like is that in previous Zeldas, you had more of a story guiding you, and maybe the reason they did away with that was to make it feel more open. But at the same time, like, I feel like the main story was kind of loose. It was kind of point and shoot. Instead of having to go to, like, Water Temple, you know, like, Forest Temple, and etc., etc. They completely mixed it up with the whole shrines things. And the Divine Beasts. I think the Divine Beasts were an excellent way to go. I missed the puzzles of the shrine of the temples.
Well, I mean, there was plenty.
I think that they had, like, puzzles in the shrines. It was just different.
I'm saying that there was puzzles in the Divine Beast, but obviously, since you started the game off with all the runes that you would ever need, it's not gonna be like all the other games where it's being like, hey, you got a mirror shield. Guess what you have to use in this dungeon?
Sure.
The mirror shield. So there's none of that nonsense. This is, hey, here's all your tools. Go play the game.
Yeah, use them as you will. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, it's definitely a departure from the previous 3D Zeldas that we've seen. I like the temples. I like having kind of a little bit more regimented structuredness in that part. But the fact that the world was so open in this, you could go anywhere, do anything, complete things in the order that you want to complete them, I like that. So maybe a more common ground for me would be nice. But maybe that's just me. Like, I really do like this game. I think this is the way games for Zelda should be. And I think that they should... I don't know what they're going to come up with next. I don't know if they could top this. Like, what do you think?
Well, I mean, everyone's always like, oh, how are they going to top blank? Like, Ocarina of Time. How are they going to beat this? There's nothing better you can do. And then, lo and behold, every game that they come out with, almost every game that they come out with, it's always, even if it's not groundbreaking, it's still a great game.
Isn't there a DLC for this game where you can play, like,
There's the Champion's Ballad.
Which is?
Like, you're in the past, I believe. I don't know for sure.
We'd have to look into that. But see, like, that, I think that's kind of what I missed a little bit, too, was the fact that, like, everything was flashbacks. And you didn't really, like, until the end, interact with, like, Zelda. And if you did interact with somebody, it was a spirit. So, like, I don't know.
But you're playing the game as Link, and he doesn't have his memories. He is here now.
No, I get that. I don't know. I mean, I'm really, like, for me...
You want everything and then some.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's just that, like... Zelda to me is very much story-driven, storyline, the character development,
and
those
you have plenty
types
of that
things.
in this game.
You do, it's just in a different format, and I think I'm adjusting to that. I just like, I don't know. I like more of like having more Zelda. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. There's something lacking and I can't properly articulate it. But oh, we're coming up to the end of the credits. Let's see if there's anything else.
Could you not figure out the subscribe button? Not yet. I'll figure it out. If you know how to do it, by all means,
Yeah, please comment.
school me at open ears. All right, so this is the extra scene that I was talking about.
Oh.
It's not too much.
That's the King of Hyrule. And the 4 champions. The castle is wrecked. The end.
So you want to finish up your thoughts?
Yeah, they should rebuild the castle.
So because I didn't beat
Whoa,
all.
whoa, there's more.
Okay.
We'll make our way to Zora's domain. Divine Beast Varuta. Looks like it's stopped working. Let's investigate the situation. Mifa's father. I believe he would like to hear more about her. The least we can do is visit him and offer him some closure. Although Ganon is gone for now, there is still so much more for us to do, and so many painful memories that we must bear. I believe in my heart that if all of us work together, we can
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Zelda.
glory. Perhaps even beyond, but it all must start with us. Let's be off. I can no longer hear the voice inside the sword. I suppose it would make sense if my power had dwindled over the past 100 years. I'm surprised to admit it, but I can accept that.
That's the ending I wanted. Now I'm satisfied. They're going to restore Hyrule. Now I'm all good. I'm all good now.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah.
All right. So
They said to its former glory and even beyond. I'm good with that.
so I just made this Discord. So feel free to join it. I saw Spaceman just joined it too. So Discord is basically like a chat room.
Mm-hmm.
So especially as we start to get more followers and stuff too, we can keep in touch through this,
Mm-hmm.
and we can have your father and whatnot join here, so we can just have the streaming going on here.
Mm-hmm.
So let me keep playing while I discuss my part too, right? Because I want to give my thoughts. So I started playing video games pretty much with Zelda 1. Send a friend request. Okay. accept. And accept. So I accepted both of you there. So I started playing video games with Zelda 1. So that is like my core of video gaming, right? So when I played, that's pretty much like pinnacle of gaming to me. 'Cause, I mean, that's what I grew up with. And to have that kind of open world. And I mean, you had almost unlimited freedom in that game when you started off with. You still had to like get your items to progress to like the further areas, but I mean, you still had freedom to go to the other dungeons if you wanted. You could go straight to dungeon 8 and die if you wanted.
The only thing I don't like is that now that you're done with the game, it's still an evil castle.
Well, it's not that this isn't post beating the game now, so this is right before you beat Ganon. So if you wanted to go and do other stuff and then re-beat him, so like say you missed your Divine Beast, you can go back and kill that and then finish the game again. You understand?
Yeah, but no, at the same time. Like, could you have continued? You can't
No,
continue past that.
I can't save it post killing Ganon because then there's nothing to do. Because Ganon's dead, you're gonna do shrines still.
I mean, you could do side quests still. People still need their link to help.
I do plan to do speedruns in the future, for sure. And my goal is to go to 8GDQ at some point, or SGDQ. Especially, there's going to be 9 weeks where Luna is doing a surgery rotation, so she won't be on here much.
If at all.
Yeah, if at all. So at that point is when I might try to at least learn at least one speedrun. I'm not sure which game, but it's probably going to be a game that I love a lot. Because, you know, as they say, if you want to speedrun a game, play something you like. Because you're going to be playing it hundreds of times. But my goal, like I was saying, is to be an actual speedrunner. And go raise some money for the cancers. But yeah, so...
I would say for Doctors Without Borders, but, you know.
Well, I mean, either or you're helping save people.
Yeah.
I guess a blood moon has not risen since I killed him. So Zelda is my bread and butter, and when I first saw this trailer, if you want any ideas for speedruns for this game, let me know. I have a lot of challenges you've done. Oh, so you've speedrun or what? Speedran? Speedran this game a few times.
Nice. Yeah, you must really love this game then.
I mean, I'm certainly open to doing some like challenge runs of this game. This is the third time I've played it, so I mean.
Would you speedrun Resident Evil?
The original one?
Yeah.
Or just a Resident Evil?
A Resident Evil game. Aren't they coming out with a new Resident Evil? The second one that they remade or whatever.
That one already came out a few weeks ago.
I'm not up on this stuff. Okay?
I know. I'm just saying. So yeah, I speedrun this game plenty of times. Oh geez, 200 hours. Okay, 200 is 200 hours in this game.
Wow, you must really love this game. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. It's beautiful, and it just plays so well.
That kind of reminds me. So like with Zelda 1, right? We bought it used, so we didn't have any guides. We didn't have any internet back then. So my brother and I,
you just brute forced it.
For like 3 and 5, we played it to death, like all on our own, and we found everything on our own too. Most of the secrets, which meant when you had the blue candle, you gotta go to a screen, light a fire, burn a tree, hope it does anything. Didn't work? Nope. Exit the screen, go back, burn another tree. Didn't work? Go back. You have to do that for... We spent so many hours.
You have to explain to how smart you and your brother are to be that young playing games that. like it sounds like you're making it up, but you're not. Like you're genuinely not smart. Like our kids are gonna be like really smart.
And that's like basically when my passion for games started, was all the way back then.
Yeah, I was 5 or 6 when my dad started playing, like Ocarina of Time, like and Mario 64. Did they actually cook this time?
No.
There's looks like googly eyes.
Googly eyes.
Yeah, look at it. It looks like a pair of glasses. Oculus Reparo.
So when this game first was announced, right, it was just an open field with like this grass just blowing around, nothing in it. But then all of a sudden you see one of the guardians running in, and everyone's like, "What the fuck is this?" But then like you see Link on his horse running through the forest, and then
No, the divine beasts.
no,
Oh, guardian.
just a regular guardian. And then you see Link jump off the horse and do his slow motion where he pulls up his bow and the arrow comes out. And from then I was like, ugh, I must play this game.
Yeah, it's just so badass.
And especially since they
never did the slow-mo-y stuff before either.
the bullet time, but the main selling point to me was it's pretty much Skyrim except with Zelda.
Yeah.
With Skyrim, you have your
Climb the pole.
main quest, but then you can go anywhere you want it. And that is what I love. So that's why I've played this game 3 times now, and
I bet you there's a Korok up here.
So beautiful game, love it. Everyone should play it.
Mm-hmm.
No questions about it. The difference between the Wii U version and the Switch version, there really isn't much in my opinion. People say a lot of frame rate differences, but the only thing that I've noticed is some draw distance stuff. But I mean, that's really not a huge game breaker either way. And so the next game Luna and I play, we might try out a game tomorrow. Just to at least try it out and see how it is.
What game?
The Steins Gate one.
Oh, okay.
I just want to try it out and see how it is. We killed all his brothers. As you can see, I've gotten a lot better with shooting my bow at great distances. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you Shots for following, and I'm gonna talk to you on Discord to figure out the sub thing. But as for everyone else, have a great night. See you guys maybe tomorrow, if not, definitely on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna let him throw rocks at me.
Why would you tolerate that? He's a bully.
Okay, fine.
You're gonna use an ancient arrow on his butt? He's not worth it.
It sends them.
You eviscerated him.
I was like, what the hell's going on? Yeah, it sends them to like a different dimension.
Nuh-uh. No way.
Did you not see it? Take this fish. See? No fish. They got like warped into a different dimension.
What the hell?
You thought I was joking?
Ancient art, like ancient technology here.
And it doesn't affect Link. Whereas, the bomb arrows would blow him to sky high.
Yeah.
Alright, thanks. Oh, wait.